dear students, how are you? I hope all are good. Today let me start SST chapter number 14, economic activities around us. Okay, so first of all we will learn about this chapter कि जो हमारे चारों तरफ जो इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटीज होती हैं वो क्या होती हैं. आइए हम इसके बारे में पढ़ते हैं. The classification of economic activities into economic sectors, interdependence among the sectors. So Quarterly क्या कहते हैं? The root of prosperity is economic activity. The lack of it brings materials distress. The absence of fruitful economic activity endangers both current prosperity and future growth. We learn about two types of activities, economic and non-economic. Economic and non-economic activities that create monetary value of something that can be measured in terms of money are called economic activities. We also learn about the importance of non-economic activities. To understand these activities better, we will learn how economic activities are classified and what differentiates them in this chapter. Over the decades, the number of economic activities has increased tremendously. For example, earlier most people were involved in activities such as agriculture, livestock, rearing, production of tools, pottery and weaving cloth. As societies progress, the number of economic activities through which people earn their livelihoods increased vastly. Today, there are diverse economic activities such as manufacturing computers, mobile phones and drones, working in banks, schools and hotels, driving various types of vehicles for transportations, making furniture, tailoring clothes, using machines, creating software, repairing refrigerators and washing machines, etc. Classifying all these activities help us to understand how they function and the links they have with each other. The classification of economic activities into economic sectors. Some economic activities share similar characteristics and based on this they can be grouped together or classified into broader groups called economic sectors. So the three main types of economic sectors are primary, secondary and tertiary economic sectors. Primary activities क्या क्या होती हैं? Those economic activities in which people are directly dependent on nature to produce goods are known as primary activities or primary sector economic activities. For example, work involving cultivation of grains and vegetables from agriculture's farms, extracting coal from mines, collecting wood from the forest, eggs from poultry farms, fish from fisheries, etc. are all primary sector economic activities. So the most common primary activities are agriculture, mining, fishing, raising livestock, forestry, etc. Below are some of the types of activities within the primary sectors. Amazing facts. So primary sector, the group of activities that involves extraction of raw materials directly from nature such as farming, fishing, forestry, etc. Secondary activities. Economic activities in which people are dependent on outputs of the primary sector and transform them to produce goods are known as secondary activities or secondary sector economic activities. So the secondary sector includes the construction of buildings, roads, etc. and providing utilities like water, electricity, gas and others such as necessities. So it is also includes the manufacturing of products in factories and production units to process raw material from the primary sector into some other form that can be further sold or consumed. Some examples of secondary sector activities include the processing of grains obtained from agricultural fields to make flour in mills, extractions of oil from groundnut and processing of tea leaves to derive tea. Similarly, cotton is used to make clothes, steel from iron ore is used to make automobiles like car, truck and wood from the forest is converted into furniture and paper and etc. Territory activities. All those economic activities that provide support to people involved in primary and secondary activities are called tertiary activities or tertiary sector economic activities. So these include services that we may not be able to see but will still play a very important role. For example, the fruit or vegetable vendors sell the farm produce to household consumer. The driver of a truck transports grains and vegetables from the farm to a factory or the market. So similarly, teachers, lawyers, doctors, nurses and pilots provide their services to those who need that. So there are technicians who repair and service electronic items including televisions and mobile phones, machines who repair vehicles like bikes, cars and tractors, and electricians who ensure regular supply for electricity. So their services make our lives easier. Similarly, communication services through mobile and internet software, development and services at hospitals, airports, shops, warehouses, hotels, restaurants, banks, schools, etc. are all examples of tertiary sector economic activities. So this sector is also called the service sector. Classification of economic activities into economic sectors. So these are primary, secondary and tertiary. Primary हो गया agriculture, mining, okay, fishing, raising livestock and wooden industry. And secondary is construction, manufacturing, water supply, solar power and hydroelectricity. And the last one is tertiary sector, healthcare, trade and logistics, communication, banking and transportation. Interdependence among the sectors. The three economic sectors, primary, secondary and tertiary, तीन तरह के हैं ना, are interconnected and rely on each other. For example, a farmer grows crop that are processed in a factory. ठीक है, वो अपनी फसल उगाता है और कहाँ भेजता है? फैक्ट्री में, and then transported and sold in market. Tertiary sector. तो each sector depend on the others to function smoothly, है ना? तो तीनों सेक्टर जो है ना क्या है, वो एक दूसरे पर डिपेंड है. This interdependence ensure that raw materials are transformed into finished goods and that these goods are made available to people through various services, creating a complete economic cycle. Case study, Amul Dairy Cooperative. A great example of interdependence among the three sectors is the Amul Dairy Cooperative in Gujarat. Amul was set up in 1946. Okay, तो इन्होंने जो अपना सेटअप तैयार किया था 1946 में under the leadership of Tribhuvan Das Patel, lawyer and freedom fighter, and Dr. Vagesh Kurin, an engineer who was working at a dairy factory in Mumbai. So farmer produce milk, primary sector, and sell it to the cooperative. So the milk is then processed into various products like butter, cheese in factories. तो ये क्या हुआ? Secondary sector. So these products are distributed and sold across the country through a network of stores. तो ये हुआ tertiary sectors. ठीक है, तो तीनों sectors में काम आ गए. This cooperative model not only supports the farmers by giving them fair price for their milk, but also ensure that the products reach consumers efficiently, demonstrating how the three sectors work together to drive economic activity. The farmers of this cooperative milk their cow to sell the milk later. This kind of economic activity is called a primary sector economic activity because the product is derived directly from a natural sources. Milk is then processed and converted from one farm into another. Milk powder, ghee, cheese, butter and many others in the factories. These economic activities are called secondary sector economic activities. Amul uses lorries and trucks as well as railway, air and shipping services to transport its products. So it has set up retail stores and supplies milk and milk products to other shops in towns, cities and villages all over Gujarat. So as well as in different states across India, here transportation, trading and retail is a tertiary activity. Okay, so the work, these all the activity. Okay, 3 activity are there. So the all topics are covered in this chapter. I hope you all are very well understand this. So we will meet you the next class. Thank you.